Good evening.
What's up, bro?
We got King Jamie the Mad and Anthony the Great right here, babies.
Are you
Oh,
okay?
yeah.
Are you still stressed out from all that drive through the traffic today?
No, it made me loony.
Dude, that was a
You know,
hell drive today,
yeah,
bro.
bro. I ordered my pizza in traffic, right? Because we had 10 minutes to stop time. And when I went to go get my pizza, I was still waiting 10 more minutes to get my pizza.
That's terrible, dude.
I was like, what in the world, yo? Are you kidding me? I ordered this like a half hour ago, and you're telling me I don't get my pizza for another
So
10
now you're not
minutes?
only mad at the cars, you're mad at the pizza joint, huh?
Oh, yeah. And not to mention, the manager
Don't
was
mention
yelling
their
at his
names.
employees. The manager was yelling at his employees, man. Unbelievable.
That's not.
Why you don't put the breadsticks in, man? You didn't do it right. And I was like, holy crap. Yes, Chris 716. Go Buffalo, go Bills. Let's get it.
Wow, Anthony, you're getting a little saucy today, huh?
Yeah, well, I haven't even had the whiskey yet.
So
I haven't even had the whiskey yet.
haven't even had no whiskey, huh? So today, I have this real handy little AI tool that I've been having, like, basically tell me stories. And I was looking up what teams have never won a Super Bowl. I saw a video on it a while back. I don't remember who did it, TPS or somebody, but it made me want to go back and like look at that thing and just really think about it, man. And I mean, I don't like alphabetical order or anything, so I'm going to go backwards. What's up, Terminator? I see you got your shades on there. Dude, the Tennessee Titans. That's a fairly new team, isn't it? Let's
They
see.
used to be the Houston Oilers.
Used to be the Oilers. So they went to the Tennessee where there's no oil.
So they became the Titans.
They had to rename it. And then they took the Jets' cool name, which was the Titans of New York.
Mm-hmm.
And they still haven't. They even got the cool name from the Jets, or their old franchise, the Titans of New York. And they still haven't done anything with it.
Yeah.
But they did get Cam Ward, right?
Yeah.
So maybe they got their franchise guy and he can be the one that takes them. That's kind of cool.
We'll see. We will see.
All right. And then you got the Minnesota Vikings.
They've been to 4 Super Bowls, but never won one.
I mean, that's hard, dude. That's
Daniel
hard.
Barry Sports is in the house.
What's up? So that's pretty rough going to the Super Bowls, going there. So the Titans have never even gone. So,
no.
Let's see, who else? The Texans have never gone. The Jaguars have never gone, right?
No. They've had Mark Brunell. They had some good playoff. They had some good teams, but just couldn't get past like the second round of the playoffs.
Like the Chargers went but lost, right? Or am I wrong?
Yes. No, they played the 49ers.
That's right, and they lost, right?
Yeah, I was happy about that too.
So the Lions have they ever gone to a Super Bowl?
No.
I don't think so,
No.
dude.
Nope.
Not even gone. Cleveland. And then you've got the Bengals who have gone to Super Bowls.
About 2 or 3 of them, I believe, and they lost
Never won them. Yeah. Yeah. It was like, I know at least 2. I'm trying to remember.
They played the Niners. Then they played the
So back in, what was it, 89 they went, or was it 90?
Oh, yeah, they played the Rams.
Yeah,
89, 90, around that time frame.
Yeah. Yeah, they played like the Rams. The Rams kicked the shit out of them, too. Oh, that's right. That was back in the Icky Woods days. Cool.
Yeah.
So the Carolina Panthers have never won one, but they have gone to one with Cam Newton, right?
Yeah. And they lost. They gave Tom Brady and the Broncos that victory.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. All right, and then the Buffalo Bills have gone to 4 in a row.
Okay, so they only went to 2. I thought they went to. Oh, they did go 3 times as Cincinnati.
Okay.
26, 28, and 51.
Dude, the Falcons
They went too, but they did not.
never won a Super Bowl. God
No.
damn, they have like a 21-point lead at halftime or some shit?
Yeah, 20.
4-point
Yeah,
lead or
it's 21 to. Yeah. We
Man.
have DF forever in the house. Boo! Yeah.
Hey,
And then
what's
we have
up,
Brandon
Peter?
the Gamer in the house. What's up, Brandon the Gamer? How you
Brandon,
doing?
no. So the Cardinals, that's like the oldest franchise in the NFL and they've never won a Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's an old franchise, dude.
Yeah, how about this? So I'm gonna circle back to the Bengals real quick because this is funny.
Let's do it.
They went 2 out of their 3 Super Bowls they played the San Francisco 49ers and they lost. And then they lost to the Los Angeles Rams. In 1982, they lost 26-21. In 1989, it was 20-16. They were fairly close games. Pretty impressive. And then obviously 23-20. Yeah, unbelievable.
DF, you're good, bro. We see you when we see you, man. You stay healthy for us, brother.
It's okay. I've been in and off of here as well.
Brandon's right, Cards, and then the Lions are like the second oldest.
Yeah.
And
then
neither
probably
won a fucking Super Bowl, man.
Mm-hmm.
So what are you gonna do if your Buffalo Bills win a Super Bowl, Anthony?
Getting plane ticket, going to Buffalo, going to hang out with DF forever, and Chris 716 and everybody else, and we're going to party like
take me to Disneyland.
We're not going to Disneyland. We're going to Buffalo.
Take me to Disneyland.
We're going to go hang out in Buffalo. We're going to roam the streets like everybody
Disney
else
World,
did.
then. Isn't that
we're
the
going
one
to party house to
Florida?
house because I know that's what's going to happen. That's exactly what's going to happen. We're going to have a huge. I guarantee there's going to be a huge block party.
There won't be
a city party
safe for 4 states, bro.
I'm excited. I can't wait. It'd be nice if that happened. Yeah, it'd be great.
Tell me a joke. I want a joke. Anybody got any good jokes?
We're going to turn up in week 3. Yes, we are, 716.
I got a joke for you, Anthony.
Go ahead. Say the joke.
How do the boys in Wyoming find their sheep in tall grass?
How?
Appealing. Hey, West Desert Mike. It's not letting me put you on there though. Still. Wasn't Josh Allen from Wyoming?
Yeah. No, he's from Fireball, California.
I mean, college.
And he went to Wyoming University.
It was Wyoming Cowboys, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he knows
mm-hmm.
about them sheep, right?
So I tried to make a belt out of watches. That was a waste of time.
Hang on. I'm ready. I am so ready. Let's have it. This is going to be about the Chiefs going to the Super Bowl or something. He's going to clown me. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no.
Why can't Patrick Mahomes use his phone?
Because it got stolen in that house robbery?
Hey, okay. I was just trying to help.
I am ready for this.
Go ahead.
Why can't Patrick Mahomes use his phone?
Because he can't find the receiver.
Oh, ouch.
And West Desert Live chimes in saying he was just trying to help the sheep over the fence.
That's funny. Oh my goodness. All right. Let's see. Did you see my Did you see mine in the comments before the stream?
Bing, bang, boom.
Bing, bang. What do you think about that Stephen A. Cat that does the sports commentating? There
I
was
don't
some,
know. I like him. I kind of do. I like him.
I kind of like him too. There was some hate pieces on him that I was. Yeah, I watched him. I watched every fucking bit of it. But the people were harshing on him and shit. And I kind of like him a little bit. I mean, it used to be more fun when he would yell and scream and holler and shit, but now it's like maybe not as fun. But he's better than that Skip Bayless and Colin Cowherd. Those guys are just full of shit, man. It's crazy how these guys they'll say both sides of any scenario that could happen just so they can later on 6 months down the road pop up that little comment and say, look, see, it's dated. This is what day I said this. So they can say, I claimed that this would happen. They're not telling you that they claimed both goddamn sides of the story are gonna happen. They're just gonna pick which little clip they want for their fucking show so they look cool. We all know what they're doing. It's kind of retarded now. It's kind of like, look, you little wiener, I mean, stop it. Just stop it. Like, make a stand and have your opinion. Even if people don't agree with your opinion, you don't have to pander to people. For example, I won't beat around the bush. I love my Chiefs. I'm not going to say anything bad about other people's teams, but that doesn't mean I like your team any more than I like mine. I just won't say terrible things. I mean, unless you're like Raiders. That's a joke. No, seriously, there's good stuff about all the teams out there.
Yeah.
I might get a little saucy when people talk about my team and stuff, but I'm not going to roll over for anybody. I'm still always going to be true to what I got to say about my team. I'm not going to try to say, oh, look, the Eagles are probably going to win the Super Bowl, and then the next day go, man, I think that the Cardinals might come out of somewhere and win the Super Bowl. And just so I can have this hot take later and go, look, I said it way back in the preseason shit when they were in camp still, Just seems chintzy and kind of janky to me.
You like the Browns winning the North?
I mean, they could very likely won't. You know what I mean? But god dang, dude, I've seen crazier shit happen.
Talking jokes, right?
I mean, right? So who out of that list of non-winners is going to be the first one? So you got the Cardinals, the Falcons, the Bills, the Panthers, the Bengals, Browns, Lions, Texans, Jaguars, Chargers, Vikings, and Titans. Which team's going to be the first one to win a Super Bowl?
I might be impartial to this, but I think it's the Buffalo Bills.
I can understand why you'd be saying that. They're goddamn built to the nuts these days. They're really close. I mean,
right behind them would probably be the Minnesota Vikings.
I was gonna say, let's not forget about the fucking NFC because the Vikings could possibly be there this year. They're gonna be really good. Look how good they are with a really mediocre at best backup quarterback.
Yeah, Minnesota or the Detroit Lions. I mean, hell.
Shit, yeah, but I think the Lions might be coming down a little bit. I think they lost too many coaches.
But they still have their head coach, and they still feed off of him, and they still play for that man. So,
for sure. But what I'm saying is, like, a lot of the position coaches and stuff. I mean, and didn't they change their DC? And then, I mean, anytime that you go through coaching and player changes, it's going to be rough, dude.
Yeah, DF said, I think crazy takes are just crazy takes.
Crazy takes. I mean, crazy takes are fun, and it totally does spice it up. But if you're gonna sit back and just harsh on one team, and then out of the same mouth say how great that team is, just so that you can have both sides of the story on film. I think that's kind of janky.
I concur on that.
Vikings one of these days, Mike, for sure.
As Chris 716 says, he hopes to see the Cards win right after the Bills. His family's from Lake Havasu City, Arizona.
Nice.
I was hot when they lost to the Steelers. Yeah.
Dude, I've been to quite a few games in Arizona. I like going there for games. It's actually a really cool area too. I know that with the old stadium and stuff, and there was some bad spots in town that you probably didn't want to, be too late at night. But that's most of those old dilapidated stadiums were like that. But where the State Farm Stadium is now, geez, dude, that whole area is just really nice. Like really nice, Plenty of police to make sure nothing crazy goes down. It feels safe to walk around at night. But then again, you remember, Anthony, you and I don't give a fuck. We'll walk anywhere at night. Like, we're not worried about it. But I could take my kids there and feel safe. That's kind of nice. I really like State Farm Stadium. I hope if the Chiefs do move across the river to Kansas and get a new stadium, I hope they get one of those brand. Because, that's the same ones that are doing like the Allegiant and the SoFis and all those cool stadiums, dude. Those are really good. And I like it how they can take the whole field and just drive it outside and then let it have some sunlight and wash it or water it and everything. What am I doing here?
I had to take off the glasses. I couldn't see what all that said. I will, I always, when Buffalo had their bad years when I was in the Marine Corps, I've always rooted for football players and their teams because it wasn't, maybe I was jumping on a bandwagon in a sense, but it was more because of how well they played. And it was like, it'd be kind of cool to see Peyton Manning win the Super Bowl or whatever it may be, or Eli Manning and the Giants, my dad's.
You know what, dude? Look.
Yeah.
Fucking Peyton Manning drove me up the goddamn wall. How dare you go to Denver and let those people have such a wonderful time? That's bullshit. How dare you go to Denver?
Right.
Just
and then seeing the Giants beat those wonderful Patriots in the Super Bowl, Eli, Iceman in the. I know the defense kind of carried him, but he had to play too, and he had some good plays, man, and I loved it. DF, I am working on the plane ticket, and I should be going there Wednesday for sure. That's my goal. I plan on going to the live roundtable show on Wednesday. So I got to get my ticket this week. I've been lacking in the funds department, but I got it going. So,
dude, you got to go to work once in a while. Fucking your never-ending fucking vacation.
I haven't missed a day today this week at all.
Yeah, I haven't missed a day today.
I haven't missed a day this week. Mike Green and I are hanging out Tuesday night, and we will both be there for the live. Right on.
Sweet.
We'll have to get some damn numbers off the air or whatever, and get do something so that we can mingle when we get to it. I got your Facebook account, anyways, Dwayne. I'll email you on Facebook. We'll do something.
I'm sure that you'll see them, Anthony.
Yeah.
You're short and stuff, so you're easy to miss. So, but keep his eyes open. He might be able to spot the fucking Bills fan at a Bills game.
Well, there's many of them. Where are they? Where is he?
Right, dude.
Where's Waldo?
You'll be able to find him maybe, but that's just because DF has got that aura. He'll have the glow around him and shit. Fucking walking through there like he's parting the waters and shit.
Sneak up behind everybody like I did you.
Dude, I was trying to play poker. Anthony comes sneaking in the fucking door, wraps his arms around me, and I was all, don't touch my fat. Hey, don't touch me there. You're not my dad. Yeah, dude, you got me. I mean, because I was like, I almost threw an elbow back, but I was just like, it's got to be one of my friends, dude. Nobody fucking. Dude, I did pretty good at poker the other night, bro.
Yeah.
Got like 4 fucking ounces of silver and $100. So that was pretty sweet. You still owe me a 20.
That's all good.
Why don't you just keep that 20 and drink it when you get to Buffalo?
I could do that.
I think that's the best way to do that.
I think I will be renting a car after all. I thought about Ubering or whatever, and the more I look at it, the more it's going to cost. Wear a tall hat, right? a top hat, right?
It's just wear a really tall, like a fucking cartoonishly tall hat, Anthony. I think that's a good idea.
You know
like
what I did?
Great,
to Dan,
big, fucking like that tall. It's like.
So he says, you know what I did to Dan on one of the lives. I asked him who was standing behind you. Of course, no one was there. King, you think I just messed with you? Oh no, Dan.
I remember that day, dude. Who's that behind you? And he's just like, what? I remember that day. I was on there with you. Heck yeah. Hey, who's that standing in the door? And it's like, what? Nobody should be standing in the door. You talking about Bob?
It's gonna be fun.
Heck yeah. You guys are gonna have a blast. You realize, boys, Anthony has not fucking given me one single day of peace since he got his fucking ticket for that and I couldn't go. And then when I could go and all the tickets were sold out and I was like, I still can't go, even though now I could go. And then I knew I should have just waited, dude. I should have just not said anything. And then I'd be going with you. But yeah, he's been mean to me every day. He's like, dude, check this out. I want to rent this fucking cool truck. And then I want to get I got this great hotel and fucking I'm going early so I can party with everybody. And I'm like, I like cool trucks and nice hotels and parties. And it just keeps rubbing it in. Oh, he did too, didn't he? I did notice. I think I noticed like the next day he had that door shut.
Yeah, kept his door closed for a week of his shows after that. Your head says no, Anthony, but your smirk says otherwise.
Hey, what's up, Buck?
Hey, what's up, Buck? How you doing, man?
Guy right there, man. Dude, I love the Buck and Bob show. That's a great show. Like literally one of my faves. They good conversations. Bob was snippy one day on there. I was having fun. I didn't think it was so bad, but Bob got a little snippy about something and shut down his stream early on us. I laughed. I fucking went to bed laughing, man. I think I giggled about that for about 45 minutes. He was saucy. Nice, dude. One day I'm gonna go to Kansas and stop by their hometown and go have some brews with them, man. Heck yeah. I mean, I still got good bros in Kansas. I should get back there anyway. So
take a trip to Kansas.
Yeah. Man. Heck yeah. We go put some miles on that fancy new truck you got there, Anthony. I don't know why you got to do all this shit, dude. You're always like, oh, I'm gonna buy another Harley, and oh, look, I'm gonna go buy this new fancy new truck again, and I'm like, fuck, man. I have an
I had to buy a truck because my other truck was going to shit, so I had no choice.
I like that comment. I support that comment. I'm very, very pro that comment.
DF came in up top, and King, that's for you right there. You got to talk to Dan.
You know what? I've already decided that it's not that big of a deal. I don't think I'm just going to fly out for the party and then not go to the game and stuff. I could probably just go get like a nosebleed ticket too anyway, but still hang out at the party and stuff. But I think for me, it was more of a support my friends, you know, like TD and Dan and Colby and Richie. I like those guys, you know. I mean, I'll support Richie no matter however I can. And I don't even think I'm going to make it to Richie's thing this year. I think I've decided. So my dad's getting pretty old, so I'm heading to Nebraska to hang out with him for a while this summer. And then when we get done with that, I think I'm taking my daughter to a couple of games, and then I mean, I'm gonna have to figure out a few things because the boy's almost 16, and he sure as fuck ain't driving my 1997 stepside. Love my little truck, man. He ain't driving that. So I was thinking, literally, for what it would cost me to go to the thing for the Bills and the thing for Richie, I could probably go buy him a pretty nice little Grand Am or something, and he'd have a car. I don't know. I was thinking about just making him buy his own car because when I was a kid, if we wanted something, we had to go and earn it. But I'm trying to make it so my kids get just a little bit better than me. So I might buy them a jalopy, you know. Or I might just wait till he's 18 and buy him a set of Samsonite luggage like what I got. That was my 18th birthday present. Here's a full set of Samsonite luggage. Get the fuck out. Yep, that's a fact. But with a daughter, now I gotta buy a car, you know, like Dad bought the girls' cars, but with us boys, he was like, nah, just, you know, beat it. You should have already had a job and got a car. Which I did.
He's got a good Grand Am in his backyard, Mike does.
It doesn't say a good one.
Oh, excuse me. I thought it.
Don't false advertise, Anthony. Did I
trying to help Mike out.
I seen a guy driving a fucking Grand Am on the freeway the other day, and he had a sign written on the back, and it said "For sale, $1,600." And I was looking at that little car, going, "Damn, it's doing really good."
Mm-hmm.
And then people were flashing him down and calling him and shit. I could see him answering his phone and stuff. I was just like, "Dang, $1,600? That's fucking that's rent, dude."
Right?
It's like a month's rent. Let's take your truck and go get some lottery tickets, bro. Let's go for a drive to Idaho. Go up there and get fucking drunk. And
When do you want to go?
right now.
Right now?
Yeah, let's go up to Idaho and get fucking pissed, and I'll just call in work tomorrow. I don't mean angry either. I mean pissed. Let's have some piss. Get pissed.
Well, Mike, you're lucky on that. Your dad went so far as to co-sign you for the loan.
Whoa.
Nice.
Oh, my dad
Parents
wouldn't
wouldn't do
co-sign.
jack.
My dad wouldn't send me money for a fucking bus ticket one time when I was stuck in outside of Cheyenne, Wyoming. I was living on the other side of Kansas. That's a true story.
You know what? My first car was a Cutlass Oldsmobile with a 400 small block in it. That was the year Ford Probes came out. I was blowing probes away in races. Yeah, forever.
So I had 72 Cutlass, and I had the 455 in mine, and I had the captain seats where you could reach. So you're driving, you could just reach right down, click this lever. Like once you park, right, you can click this lever, and the whole seat would swivel, so you could just step out of the car. And it would even, while it was swiveled, the door would shut too. So when you open the door, you just turn your ass towards the car and just sit down in it and swivel over and drive off. It was pretty boss, dude. That 455 won a lot of fucking races for me in Kansas. I gotta tell you, it was that. I'm old, so this was like before turbos and nitrous and all this shit, right? So you were just on engine, and that 455 would fucking sling it. As soon as you hit second gear, like first gear, not much, really. I mean, it would take off pretty fast, but like you're not gonna roast the tires. But boy, as soon as that transmission kicked to number 2, it'd go just go, dude. And then goddamn top end on that thing was scary, dude. It was like 155 miles an hour for a fucking Cutlass, dude. It was a boss car. It sure was boss. I had a lot of really cool hot rods back in the day. Let's see. AMCs, dude. There was a guy that had one of those AMC, the AMXs or AMC. What was it called? It was God, it fucking dude. This thing had a long nose, a long, cool-looking nose on it. Oh man, this thing was faster than shitting lightning, bro. And there was a kid in my county that had he hit the lottery for like, dude, this is 80s, okay? This is like probably in the very early 80s. And Woodsy hits the lottery, one of them scratch off tickets for like $5,000. So he buys a 1970 Mach 1 Mustang and just builds the fuck out of this thing. I mean, balanced and blueprinted engine and just torque, horsepower to ground. It was the fastest thing in the fucking county. Oh man, that thing was so fast. Remember when I'm a little older than you guys. So when that movie Days of Thunder came out, we all had hot rods. So we took them fuckers around the county like we were trying to race. We literally mapped out a race around the county, trying to utilize as much of the oiled roads as possible. And I'm telling you, yeah, the Javelin, Mike. Yes, the Javelin. There was a guy having one of them fucking AMC Javelins that was so goddamn quick. I mean, he was just on the street running like 8-second fucking quarter miles, dude. Like, how do you do that? Just on the street, 8-second quarter mile?
I was in a drive-in watching the Days of Thunder. My mom took me.
Did she drive really fast on the way home?
I don't remember. That was a long time ago.
After we watched Days of Thunder, we went and fucking raced until about 4 o'clock in the morning. God damn. The movie was over at like 10. Everybody burned up full tank of gas just racing around the goddamn county. It was funner than shit. Poor cop. There was like one cop at night.
Well, I was just 8 years old at the time, so
yeah. Well,
bed.
Not my fault. You weren't old enough to have fun after that movie.
I blame my parents.
Yeah. They just popped you out way too late, huh?
Okay.
I'm feeling a little bit better. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. I was just dog tired and just kind of like in a really poopy mood.
Traffic took a
But
lot out of you.
just talk about ripping all your hair out. That's why I'm bald now. That traffic was terrible today, bro. I do not want to go down there again tomorrow. Ugh. I mean, it was 2 weeks of this shit every single day, both directions. What the?
You need to get your motorcycle up and going. That way,
I'm not gonna ride a bike through that shit, dude. That's
I'm talking about going north for the Malad.
Oh yeah, we could ride up to Malad. I'd go north, but I ain't going south no more.
I wouldn't go south. I ain't said go south.
Holy crap! I see guys coming on their motorcycle, and what they'll do is they'll either get up ahead of me because they know, I'm gonna take it easy, or they'll stay right behind me because they know they can stop faster than that work truck.
Mm-hmm.
I like it when they ride behind me so I can give them that angel. But God damn it, I'm just like, you fucking be careful, trooper.
So DF came in with a question. He said, if you could have one car that was built in the 70s, what car would it be? His is a 1970 Plymouth Cuda convertible Barracuda.
All right. So 70s. In the 70s, though, is kind of hard because in 1970 they were still allowed to have big horsepower. By 71, they had shut that shit down, and so everything was governed to like 300 horsepower, all factory makes. So a 1970, I think I would probably take the GTO, the Judge, the 1970 Judge. Fuck yeah. 1970 Pontiac GTO Judge. Google that shit, Anthony. Whew, wow, that was a car right there. Yeah. That's what it's funny that you say the Cuda because I really liked those too. Those were pretty boss. But if I'm gonna be able to just pick one, yeah, I'll go with the GTO, the Judge. Hell yeah. What's this? Losing to KC. Wait, what are we talking about now?
Football, actually. Losing to KC playoffs. Couldn't relate. Go Pats.
Nice, dude. Well, I'm glad that we have a Patriots fan in here so I can talk about some Patriots. Them boys are looking pretty fucking good, man. You know what? They might actually turn into another contender like they used to was. And at least the Patriots fans understand how once you're the champion, everybody gives you shit and hates you.
Yeah.
So they've felt this too. 6 fucking times in the last 20 years, So
and they've been Super Bowl what 9?
Respect to my Patriots fan brothers out there, man. And yeah, you guys fucked us up in the playoffs too. I won't even go anywhere with conspiracies or nothing because people do that shit to me and I just ignore it. So you
know what's crazy? You know what's crazy is even though the Patriots dominated Buffalo while Tom Brady was the quarterback for the Patriots, I believe Tom Brady's worst losses were against Buffalo.
Tommy Brady?
Yeah.
Losses were against Buffalo?
His worst losses.
Worst losses?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I saw Justin Houston break his fucking leg and put him out for the rest of a season one time.
Well, no, what I'm talking about is Buffalo blanked him a couple times. Those 3 losses that Tom Brady had against Buffalo, they were double-digit wins by Buffalo.
Damn. And yet you still couldn't
I know, it's crazy. But West Israel comes in saying his dad.
He's the fucking GOAT, dude. There's no way to deny it. Tom Brady is the GOAT. Mm-hmm. He's the greatest fucking quarterback of all time. And he did it with mediocre skill and a lot of brain, dude. Just a shit ton of brain, right?
Yeah.
And when I say mediocre skill, I mean for an NFL caliber quarterback, mediocre is fucking 1 in a million, baby. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like that's a one in a million kind of guy to be mediocre in the NFL. Now to be brilliant though, and add that to your skill set that maybe wasn't the greatest skill set, right? But you add being a genius to it and taking less money so you can have better guys and building the teams right and doing it the right way and just knowing defenses the way that Tom did.
DF, I'm talking about the blowout games. Tom Brady has never been blown out unless it was against Buffalo. And those 2 out of those 3 losses that Buffalo had, Buffalo won like 32-0 or 32-6. Tom Brady hit that loss in the Super Bowl to the Seattle Sea Chickens was by
Don't call him that, Anthony. You have always called them the Sea Chickens. That drives me up the fucking wall. You made me snort.
That's what I'm talking about.
The Seahawks, dude. Yeah. They used to be AFC West back in the old days.
Yes, they were.
You always call them that. That's so messed up. What's Brando say here?
Andy Reid is easily a top 10 coach. He actually should be
all time.
He's
a top 10 all time.
I think he's a top 5 all time.
Really? That's fucking boss, dude. I like that too.
I mean,
he's got to be up there somewhere. He's guaranteed a Hall of Fame coach.
I mean, you got Belichick. You have, there's some good coaches, right? Tom Landry.
Oh my god, dude! Like you can go.
John Madden. I think Andy Reid's right up there within at least top 5, in my opinion.
You know what? I've seen a lot of really, really good coaches just not get the ownership to help them, and it just makes them not look good.
Let's get DF in here.
Is he up?
Yeah, he wants to get in here.
Oh, okay.
Some lifetime.
Let me figure out how to do this. Hang on.
Wow.
Oh, I know I'm slow. You guys. Man, I pushed like
Control V, Control C, Control V, or whatever.
I already did it. Gosh, you're so fucking mean. Okay. Perfection. Now.
You old fart, you forgot how to do it.
I got it on there now, though. So you can stop being mean, you fucking Bills fan. Okay. I gotta go get some more of those barley pops. Those are tasting really good.
Very well.
I'll be right back.
Barley pop.
And I'm gonna put DF on here. Okay, DF. Hold on, man. I'm gonna let you eat my lunch in just a second.
All right.
So Seahawks beat them 1 Super Bowl. Yes. They should have beat them the 2nd Super Bowl.
Yes.
So really, they should have had their number twice.
Yes.
That was a horrible decision to throw that ball on the 1-yard line. I
agree. They should have ran the damn ball.
Like, you got freaking Marshawn Lynch in the prime of his career and you don't run it. What was wrong with them?
Pete Carroll. Now he's going to do that in Oakland, or excuse me, Las Vegas.
That is some Pete Carroll pride going on right there, man.
Yeah.
What's up, buddy?
I'm going in the dark now, huh? Where's your beer?
You want here? Here you go, buddy.
Yeah, I'm gonna try. I'm trying to get a
Cheers.
So we'll
Cheers,
get,
buddy.
yeah, I can't wait. I'm trying to get it to where I'm there for the party or for that live show on Wednesday. So fly in Wednesday. And
If
then,
you need help getting to that party on Wednesday,
Mhm.
let me know.
Okay.
Matter of fact, in private chat, hold on.
Yes. You could email. You could do it on Facebook. You can message me on Facebook.
Well, only we see private chat, so save
Mhm.
that number.
Okay. Let me get it.
Copy and paste that number somewhere.
Okay, I will do that.
Mike Green's driving. So we're going to have 2 cars there to be
Okay.
able to help transport if we need to.
Okay. Sounds good.
So get with me. Try and catch Mike Green in one of Dan's lives and talk to Mike. Also talk to Mike about it.
Okay.
He will definitely help. We're there to help those guys, especially on Wednesday. On Wednesday, I think the game plan's going to be.
Yeah,
The Thursday. I'm sorry, the Thursday game. Mike's going to try and find a really good parking spot in the lot early, and just leave it there, and then I'll drive back and forth and drive around and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
So
I'll
we'll
probably
figure it out.
rent a car. Just I might. So.
But I can help you out with that as far as the Wednesday show.
Yes.
Hey, good night, Weston. Mike.
Yeah, Mike, brother. I'll talk to you later.
Thanks for coming on and hanging out with us, man. Get a fucking MacBook Air. They're like $200. You could just go online and get a refurbished one. They work fine. Then you'd be able to just hop on this no problem, just like what I'm doing. What's up, King Money?
King Money, hey, what's up?
What's up, buddy? You can call in if you want to. We're down. We got nothing better to do. It's after work. I was hot and sweaty and tired, and I needed jokes, man. I like good jokes.
Yes. Hey, King, can you delete that number now?
For the private chat?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. I don't know if I can.
If not, I guess it is what it is.
I don't know if I can. Let me see. Control. Print.
There you go, DF. Have you been paying? I've been kind of doing a lot of things at home, and I haven't really paid too much attention with OTAs and training camp and all that. How is Buffalo doing, DF?
I'm back. Sorry.
I haven't really paid attention to Dan that much lately too. I've been.
Hold on 1 second. I'm gonna turn this up a little.
Okay.
Tre'Davious White is showing his speed of what he had before he left Buffalo, before that last injury in Buffalo.
Mm-hmm.
Tre'Davious White is balling right now.
That's awesome. Helping these young rookie cornerbacks out too.
So I really think Harrison's gonna get that big time McDermott bench sit for at least the first 4 or 5 games of the regular season before they start working him in, unless Tre'Davious White doesn't look too good at the number 2.
Mm-hmm.
The good thing is he's not a number 1 cornerback for this team anymore.
Yeah.
He's a number 2. We have our number 1 cornerback. So he doesn't have to play spectacular. The bad thing is he will be the one that's being picked on.
Yes.
They're not gonna go towards Benford's way. They're gonna go through Trey White.
Yeah, Benford's
or
a beast.
try to. So we're gonna find out in that first game what Trey White is really about this season.
Yeah, I've seen the pictures of media day of the Buffalo Bills. All the
he has thinned out.
Huh?
He's thinned out. He's just looking way more healthy.
Yes.
He claims, I don't know whether I believe this or not, but he claims they have no leg pain whatsoever anymore.
I claim to have no
find
leg.
that a little bit bullcrap because when you have an MCL and an ACL in a 3-year period, you're going to have some kind of pain
Yeah.
after a few years. So, but White's looking
You're
really
fucking
good.
You are.
That's awesome.
It's going to be the rest of his life. So if he's saying he doesn't have pain, it's right now.
Yeah.
I know Keon Coleman showed up pretty stout as well, as along with Dalton Kincaid losing
Hey,
a lot of
look
weight.
at all my Patriots fan friends
know?
hopping into the chat
Yes.
too. What's up, Patriots?
Dalton Kincaid thinned out, man.
They
Dalton
got you
Kincaid
back,
thinned out
man.
big time. He's
Can't
looking
believe you guys are
wide
letting these
receiver
fucking
on a tight
Bills
end.
bully you
Looking
around.
good. I'm excited to see that young man this year.
Yeah.
Bobby Babbage, this second year as an offensive coordinator, I'm hoping he dials up a little bit more this year.
Oh,
Formations and stuff. And
you were a little upset last year that he didn't
You mean
get
Brady?
fancy.
You mean our offensive coordinator, Brady,
Yeah.
right?
oh, Joe Brady. Bobby Babbage is the defensive coordinator. My bad. Sorry. I don't know why I got those two mixed up. Hey, but they're still the Bills coaches. Come on now.
Well, you were mad at both of them last year.
Well, yeah, because like I said, when you run the tush push too many times, people are going to see that. You need to be creative. The creativity in the games, especially when it comes down to the more critical football games in the playoffs and crunch time. Simple as that.
It looked to me like you guys were just being nice and giving the Chiefs a shit ton of tush push practice.
And you guys still lost, so.
No, we beat.
You can't even start
we
about
beat
that because
we beat who
Buffalo
mattered.
voted against the tush push. So nice try. We were one of the teams that said no tush push. We're all right with it. You
Yes.
know why? Because 3/4 or more of Josh Allen's runs, even if there was someone behind him, he didn't get touched till he got the first down anyways. The
Yeah.
dude gets first downs on his own. He doesn't need anybody touching his ass to figure it out.
I want to ask you a question. This is something Anthony and we bickered about this, and we were both trying to appease the other person by the end of the fucking conversation, but this drove me up the wall. So Anthony at first said Josh Allen runs like Michael Vick.
Okay.
Now, but he meant, so I'm going to first go here. He meant he runs as much as Michael Vick ran, right? And the first thing I did was go, what the fuck? No, he doesn't. He runs like fucking Randall Cunningham or Bo fucking Jackson. So when Josh Allen is running a ball and he sees a defender, he'll fucking hit that guy. Yeah. Just go right the fuck over him. Michael Vick will juke him and break his fucking ankles and zip around and be gone, right?
Jeff runs like Cam Newton, except he's not fragile like Cam Newton was.
There we go. Okay, so that's a better analogy to me too. Here, I'm gonna switch this. So, wow, that was bright.
Oh, go back to the Bills blue.
You like that one?
Yeah.
We'll go Bills blue while we're talking about Josh. And so I was like, man, Josh runs like with a fucking like terrifying aura around him. He's going to bowl you over, right? And Michael Vick never once did that. So I had already had it locked in my head. You're fucking wrong. There's no way he runs like Michael Vick. And then finally he's like,
the Vick comparison will be Lamar Jackson.
Right? Okay, right. So yeah, he's like Lamar. He's a big body kid that can fucking move, Once he gets them white fucking legs and moving, that's a bowling ball coming at you, bro. Like
here's the best comparison I can give Josh Allen to. The best comparison Josh Allen would be a faster Roethlisberger.
That's what I said. Literally, dude, you just said exactly what I said. Anthony fucking exploded on me, dude. He was so fucking mad. Not like Ben Roethlisberger. And I was like, no, really, like at a prime. Prime Ben.
He's better than Ben. He's 2.0, but
Dude,
better.
This is what he did. But yeah, a prime Ben when Ben would go and fucking knock 3 guys down.
He was,
and get
yeah, but
15
Josh
points.
is faster than what a prime Ben would.
Yeah, faster. That's why I put
Way faster.
more of a Randall Cunningham style, or a, you know, even like if you took Bo Jackson's running style, but like in slow motion.
You know how Josh runs?
Bo would be coming.
He runs glitchy, kind of like that halfback Brown for. Remember, what the heck was that Steelers halfback's name? Where he kind of did, was it Bell? He kind of did that stutter step and side step before he started taking off. I forget his name, but yeah.
Who's this now? One more time.
There was a halfback that played for Pittsburgh for many years. He kind of had like a stutter step at the line of scrimmage and did like a step to the left or the right before he really used his speed. It's kind of like Josh Allen, where he's able to sidestep you.
Yeah.
Brown, Bell, I forget his name.
Le'Veon Bell.
Yeah, dude, I know who you're talking about because
Le'Veon Bell.
Le'Veon Bell. Josh Allen has that stutter step where he will duke people out at the line before he starts taking off one direction or the other.
Or he'll leap long,
right?
Tall buildings. Just kidding.
Mahomes does it different. He goes, whoa, like pretends like he's gonna throw the ball over your head, and then when the defender stutters, he's my quarterback takes his tongue and he picks it out. And then he leans back and runs like a fucking angry toddler, dude. You ever seen a toddler run with a Nerf football? That fucking cracks me up every time I see it. Mahomes runs very goofy, but he
does run goofy.
Surprisingly fast, dude. Like he's shockingly fast when he gets going. It doesn't look like he's moving. I don't know if it's the Chiefs red that does it, because when you see Kelsey running, you're like, look at this big lumbering ox, and he's fucking putting distance between him and the defender. I mean, he's just got them long-ass legs. So I don't know if it's just an illusion because of the Chiefs red. It makes them look slow, but they're really super fast. But even Mahomes, man, he's got some fucking wheels. Once he gets that weird leaning back running thing that he does.
While we're on the Kelsey topic.
Come on, dude. I love it.
While we're on the Kelsey topic.
Yes. Here we go.
The man slowed down a lot.
Oh, yeah.
Would you agree?
Dude, we all do. Yeah, I agree 100%. But how many yards did he have last?
Is he going to help this team more this year?
Anthony, will you look up how many yards and touchdowns Travis Kelce had? And then if we're going to talk about tight ends,
a better year this year.
If we're going to talk about tight ends and you're going to say this guy sucks and he's slowed down and he had a terrible year.
No. I'm not.
He had almost 1,000 fucking yards again, dude.
My mouth.
I know. But if we're going to say he's slowed down or anything, okay. But he's still had almost 1,000 yards.
He had 97 receptions for 823 yards, 3 touchdowns this last year. Wow.
3 touchdowns.
3 touchdowns.
Yeah.
That's it.
BTN's let's give me the Patriots fans.
Before we, I
wonder if I have a. There's more of a Patriots.
I'll tell you what right now. I believe Travis Kelce is going to have a better year, just like what Buck said, is that he'll have a better year this year, and I do believe that. And he'll probably have 1,000 yards this year. I think he will. I think last year was.
I think they got to rely on him more this year than they did last year. Just a little bit.
They do have Hollywood Brown healthy. They do have Xavier Worthy as well. I'm kind of curious.
Rashee Rice is 100%.
Yeah, I do believe.
Still got Juju, Old Faithful.
Yeah, I do believe.
He doesn't do no stupid dances on people's things no more, though.
I do believe that the Patriots offense is going to be a little bit more explosive. Excuse me, the Chiefs. Wow, the Chiefs are going to be more explosive.
Didn't I add TTM?
He did. Where did he go?
Oh, there he is. Yeah, I was actually going through I think I did it through Safari, and now I'm doing it through the actual app. So
I was like, "What did I do?"
But yeah, I think that the Chiefs also have Jalen, the kid out of Utah, Jalen Royals.
Oh yeah,
Someone the Jets didn't someone the Jets didn't pick.
And we've got guys like Nico Remigio. I fucking wanted to see that guy play so much last year. He was a little fireball. It looks like he's hopped up on like a goddamn gallon of coffee when he gets out there. He's just ready to roll. And so I got way too many awesome receivers. You guys are fucked, bro. I mean,
so can I put this, and I'm trying to be honest with you on this. Can I put this in perspective? Kelsey's entire career between 2014 and 2022, he averaged 12.2 yards or more.
That's sick, huh?
In 2023, he averaged 10.6 yards. In
which is still a first down every time.
He averaged 8.5 yards.
Dude.
That's why I say the dude, there's statistical fact behind his touchdowns that I could go to every single stat outside of receptions.
Okay.
Each one of
those years, we've had a kid like Noah Gray coming up and up and up as well. So Kelsey's up here. And then, okay, so he dropped a couple of points, but this guy's come up a couple. Because
he was on teams when you freaking had hell, man. That guy played like a beast on your team.
Yeah. Well, I mean, honestly, I've been pretty lucky because Noah seems to be one of the guys that does it too. He just shows up right when you need him, baby. Just right when you need him, my guys are there. I'm very happy this year. I think my team's going to actually come out and put 40 points on a few teams, you know? Like it's going to be a completely different offense. I want to see what Buck's talking about here. Royals just might be one of the greats, right? Off-brand Kowski. What? Dude, if you think Gronk was better than Travis, I think it's really close, and I love Gronk because he's a great big giant badass, you know. But yeah, he could block better. You know, Gronk could always block better. But if you want to go the best tight end to ever play football, Trav's got it, dude.
I was gonna say Travis Kelce. I think he's a good tight end, but I think Kelce is a little more healthier than Gronk because I know Gronk has dealt with a lot of injuries. Especially that Super Bowl 51 where we didn't get Gronk and we got a Martellus Bennett.
You know what? I am being nice because I've been spoiled as a Chiefs fan, Buck. We had Tony fucking Gonzalez right before we got Travis fucking Kelce, bro.
Yes.
We are just about the most tight end spoiled bunch of guys I've ever heard of. We've had the best of the best. If you were to put the 5 greatest tight ends, I don't care who you want to put on there, 2 of them are going to be Kansas City Chiefs. Tony Gonzalez and Travis Kelce, even if they're the bottom of the 5, right?
That's a fact.
Yeah, you got spoiled, bro.
Fucking spoiled.
Oh, definitely.
So spoiled that when Travis really first started getting rolling, some of us could see it, but there was so many Chiefs fans that were just like, God, what the fuck is this kid talking shit to the refs for? We don't do that. And he used to get in trouble. And people were they didn't realize how great he was doing. This guy was getting 1,000 yards as a fucking tight end. For what? How many times did he do that? 7 or 8, 9? Jesus Christ, 1,000 yards. He was getting more receiving yards than all your receivers were. Like he was legit at the top for the most fucking yards caught thrown from a quarterback to a receiver. And he wasn't even a receiver. That pissed a lot of guys off, dude. That pissed a lot of guys off. I'm not talking about just on my team. That was pissed off guys around the league, man. What's this? Yo. Oh, yeah.
Then we got a Hall of Fame quarterback, and now everyone hates the Kansas City Chiefs.
We've got a Hall of Fame quarterback and a Hall of Fame coach. We've got Hall of Fame defenders. We've got Hall of Fame Travis Kelce, dude. I mean, look.
I see Buffalo win one. That's all.
Reminds me of the Bills in the early 90s.
Dude, I'm telling you what, the Bills in the early 90s, I watched you guys. That's
Untouchable.
Tim Kelly days, baby. I watched that a lot.
Just couldn't win a Super Bowl.
You guys beat the fuck out of us.
Get out of the Raiders too.
You
What
guys
was that score for, like 53-3 or
I
something
don't
like
even
that?
feel bad when you guys are mad about the Chiefs kicking your ass because you guys beat the fuck out of us when I was fresh out of high school and shit, you know? I'm like going to games. I don't have parents. I have my own apartment. I'm going to games. The Bills are beating the fuck out of us. The 90s were not fun for me. You guys had a ball. You guys got to go to 4 fucking Super Bowls in a row. That is unheard of.
My distaste for the Dallas Cowboys grew and grew and grew.
You know what? So as a Chiefs fan, it was just a lifetime of fucking mediocrity, you know? Oh, King Money's here, so I got to tell you this since you're a Patriots fan. My whole existence was watching my team just be mediocre at best. If we got a wild card, it was just to lose it to somebody like Denver or Buffalo or something, right? If we got past a wild card, there were these fucking giants of teams. So giants, man, and not just the New York Giants, but every team just seemed like they were so much better than us because we were just doomed to mediocrity.
The Giants, the Cowboys, the Reds.
Everybody fucked us up.
NFC
You guys
teams were
fucked us
crazy
up.
good those
The
years.
Colts have had our number since Christ was a corporal. We could have the greatest team I've ever seen in my life, and the Colts will just stop by being like 2-15 and kick our ass, you know? It's been a whole lifetime of that. And then the Chiefs started winning. So literally by the time that King Money's Patriots were starting to get the wins, I was so fucking numb that I was like, whoa, wow, cool. They're doing pretty good. So I watched that for a while, still loving my Chiefs. Hey, you know, we had quite about once every 10 years, we would make a really good run with a great team. And then none of my guys would get their rings, you know. It was fucking hard. And so, and I also feel for the Patriots fans because they had to go from just king of the fucking world for 2 decades to literally the worst team in football, right? Well, one of the, right? And so they've had to feel both sides of it. And so when I go on these chats where there's Patriots guys, they're usually pretty straight up. They just like, fuck it, let's just go factual football, you know, because like, what are we going to reach for here? Maybe we could get back to a playoff, but they've had their run. They've accepted what, you know, that there's possibilities of coming back, but no guarantees.
It's one of the reasons why I like Kobe on the round table because Kobe is going to be straight up.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I like Colby. He gets a little fired up, doesn't he?
Yeah.
He gets a little bit fired up.
Yeah,
TD
I love
was
my
making
guy,
me laugh the other day. That was pretty funny. TD always makes me laugh. I'm just like, ah, shit, get ready for some fucking weapons grade delusion. And then he was like, oh, like honest and real about it. And I was like,
That was funny a couple of weeks ago when I actually agreed with what's his name, and then he started getting pissed off about it.
you know,
With King, with what the hell's his name?
Big C?
With who?
Was it Big C?
Nah, it was DTN's friend.
Oh,
Was it not Ray Ray?
Let me
Who?
see.
No.
Let me see. There's Chris. There's Moonshine. There's
DTN, who is the name of the Jets fan dude that you had problems with? What the hell is his name?
oh, I think Dan had issues with this guy too. It's Jets Forever.
No, not Jets Forever. The other one.
Wait. Oh my gosh. Oh, Lowski?
Yes, there you go.
Lowski? Did you agree with King Lowski?
You were there. You were laughing through it all.
Oh my god, dude, that would probably drive him right up a fucking wall.
You're getting old, man.
I am. I mean, I'm only 6 beers in, so I can't really blame this. But yeah, I'm
I
tired.
agreed with King Lowski, and it pissed him off that I agreed with him. And then he started going after me in chat.
Ooh.
So I was like, boy, you want to start with me in chat, I'll make you look like an old man in 2 seconds flat. I said, do not come at me in chat. And he and I went back and forth in chat. And Dan's watching, and Dan's messaging me on Discord at the same time.
He was sitting back there
And
like,
Dan
chewing
is
on his
like,
tongue
bro, are
and
you going to
back-
win this one? I'm like, of course I'm going to win this one. Give me 30 seconds. 30 seconds Whiskey logged off the freaking AFC's roundtable to not be seen since. So, yeah.
I like Losky, bro.
I like him. I actually like him too, but for some reason or another, he likes to go rounds with me. And it's just never going to end well with him when he does
When you
it.
got on there, when I first got to experience Losky, right? I called in that day too, and I was just like, wow, Losky. I don't know if I could take you to the biker bar. I think you get us both fucking beat up. Oh shit, I love Losky though. And then the next call in, I was like, hey Losky, you and me are gonna go down there. Let's go see what happens.
Hey Anthony, how long do you think King Lowski would last at a Bills game if he acted like that at a Bills game?
Oh my gosh.
I don't know.
I
5
think
minutes?
How long?
5 minutes?
if you had me
Maybe.
standing there, I would be laughing so hard people would be like, what the fuck is going on here? He does have some fun. 8 minutes, you say?
Not even a minute. Not even 30 seconds.
Come on, DTN. It takes a minute though to
Oh, that's right.
get the guys, to the guys that are actually going to take care of it to finally get over there. They're going to hear him across the parking lot. It'll take him a minute to find
Probably 10 minutes then. I'd give it 10 minutes, and then within 2 minutes of the conversation,
him.
it'll be
Somebody
over.
bounces him. You guys would
No.
bounce him?
It takes a lot for a Bills fan to really.
I think it would be funny,
I
and I think it wouldn't be until after the game that he would get bounced.
think it'd be after the game someone would bounce him.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I think
I mean, there's
Unless
fights that
there's
happen
some-
at every game, right? Let's be
Your
honest.
team-
There's no fan base that's a freaking angel, and don't even
For sure.
act like your
Yeah.
fan base is an angel, DTN, because we've seen your fan base at it in the freaking sidelines big time.
the
But-
Pat fans get pretty
seriously.
rabid, bro. Yeah,
Just messing with you, man.
they got a lot of that Patriots pride, baby. Oh yeah, fuck yeah. Chiefs
There's
fans are just like, dude, hey, somebody put some barbecue in that guy's mouth so he'll quiet down.
Okay, I'll you know what? I'll rephrase this. If King's on the 50-yard line, yeah. If King's on the 50-yard line, it probably wouldn't happen till after the game. But if he's on King's mouthed off like that in one of our end zones, 10 minutes max.
So that little thing that I popped up here, I'll put it back. So everything that goes to this is split 50-50 with me and Anthony. It's on a separate account and everything that we just run through here. And this is our only way to be monetized. So if you guys wanted to kick a few bucks for Anthony to go to his thing, just put a note on it, kick this to Anthony, and it'll go right to him, and I'll just sit out of it. If you want to just get us both a cup of coffee or something, that'd be awesome. We are not monetized, so we're not trying to we're not really trying to do anything, but Anthony's got a football game he wants to go to, and a lot of you guys are Bills fans and stuff, and so I would
Why
say
aren't you?
support your brother, What's that?
Why don't you get your channel monetized?
We're gonna need some more
Subscribers.
views and subs.
Yeah.
We just got the cool kids right now, so we're trying to get like more of the cool kids because I know that if you pass the word around, and be like, dude, jump on Jamie's channel. It's pretty fun and stuff. Speaking of which,
Gotta get back on your Wednesday nights again.
Yeah.
well, I keep trying, but Anthony's like fucking learning and stuff, and so
gotta
I mean,
go to the
I can
library
still
with my daughter.
hop on, but
You like blaming everything on Anthony, don't
I
you?
prefer to have Anthony around.
I know. I would love to be around myself.
I like Anthony, and so he's like literally that's my best bro. And if I can have him show up, it makes my day happier. I like the kid, you know. And so like this is for Anthony and me. If it were to
Well,
ever
you guys,
take
if I
off,
need help, you know I'm here for you.
well,
appreciate
fucking
If
bro,
we're just down to one of yous, I can always pop on you.
we
Just
got
gotta
your
message
back
me.
too. So like literally, man, it's great to have met all of you guys. You know, I wish more people would come and call in. You know, I wish I would actually shut the fuck up and let DTN give me his take once in a while.
Wait, what take?
Your Patriots take, man. Come on.
Oh,
give
what
it to us.
Patriots take? Oh, Patriots take. What is
Give
it?
it.
I've been here. Also, me and some of the friends of the Discord have been discussing like potential reunions with like Kyle Van Noy or maybe some defensive player after we've like I don't know. We just like I think we released a player today, and then earlier in the week we brought in a UFL champion who I'm not gonna like overhype since he was part of the team. His name was Yasser Durant, who was an offensive tackle, and I think he was a UFL all team first team UFL. He was an all pro. Just there's so many multiple things going on with the Patriots. I've been making so much content on like players.
DTN. Speaking of like the UFL and stuff, do you think it would be a good idea to use something like that for like farm teams for the NFL? It's kind of already starting to happen. Like, do you think that's a good idea to have said farm teams? Like, do you remember in the old days when the IHL was actually the NHL's farm teams? You know?
Oh,
Yeah,
So,
like baseball, they have their
yeah, we got the minors. They're the minor league.
every team, maybe every city should have, or every team should have a UFL team.
But do you think that would be neat, though, DTN, to have like farm teams? Because I remember the Kansas City Blades. I'd watch them play the Salt Lake Golden Eagles, and then I was like, who takes out of the Eagles, you know? And somebody said it was like, I don't remember, it was like fucking Vancouver or someplace. Salt Lake Golden Eagles was their farm team. And then I moved to Utah, and now they don't call them the Eagles, they call them the Grizzlies. I don't even know if they're even a fucking farm team anymore.
well, I think the Boston Bruins were like a farm team, if I'm not mistaken. I know they were like the original.
The Bruins were a NHL team, right?
Yeah.
That's a farm team. A farm team would be like an IHL team.
Oh,
Yeah.
IHL.
Yeah, like a league lower than them.
We tried a farm team, the USFL in the 80s.
Yeah.
And it never worked out because the USFL, well, part of it was this, obviously.
Yeah.
But basically, the USFL was taking on a ton of college recruits, and they wanted the NFL teams to help support and sponsor them. Again, money. And the NFL refused to, but they tried farm teams back then.
Yeah, but you remember some guys from there. Remember He Hate Me? You remember him?
Yeah.
That was the most marketable fucking thing anybody had ever done in that era. What was that, like 88, 89, maybe 90? That was when the UFL came out, and there was that kid they called He Hate Me. That was on his jersey. he hate me. And they did. Everybody hated him because he was so goddamn fast.
Now, if we were smart, and if the NFL grew a brain, they would contact the CFL because they have plenty of teams where we'd be able to do farm teams with the CFL.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, that would be pretty
Maybe
sweet.
the
A lot of
CFL and
college
the UFL
students,
can
a lot of college graduates end up in the CFL. So if we had a brain, we'd work with them. But
It sure would make a lot more ties with Canadians and Americans now too, because we need that, man. I like our guys up north. They're pretty good guys, dude. Ain't nothing wrong with the Canadians.
Doug Flutie.
Fucking love Doug Flutie. I met Doug Flutie and caught a pass from him. Yeah. that really happened, dude. I went to a Santa Barbara quarterback receiver camp when I was a kid.
Jim Kelly.
I didn't meet him, but I watched him play.
Kelly wasn't Canadian, was he? He played for a Canadian football team.
Yep.
Jim Kelly was a fucking animal.
He didn't want to come to Buffalo, so he played for a Canadian football team. And
no, that's not what happened. Do you want to know what
what?
I don't know how old you are, Anthony, but the history behind that was
he does this to me all the time.
We drafted Kelly. We had him in the office for negotiations for what his contract would be. And he was told that he had a phone call. The GM at the time says, Kelly, you have a phone call. Do you want to take this? And he said, sure. And he hops on the phone call, and it's the CFL that offered him this huge contract, a bigger contract than actually what Buffalo was willing to give at the time. And he walked right out of the office and ended up in the CFL. And then 2 or 3 years later, he ended up back on the Bills again.
Well, my understanding and from the history of what I heard or what I learned on ESPN was that Jim Kelly did not want to play for the Buffalo Bills. When he was drafted, he didn't want to play for the Buffalo.
And he was still fucking
did not want to play for.
He didn't want to play in the cold weather.
It wasn't his first team of choice, that's for sure.
Yeah, it wasn't. It wasn't that he hated Buffalo, but then when he decided to go do what he did before he came to Buffalo in the 88, I believe it was 87, 88. And that's when he started playing quarterback for the Bills, and then that's when they started.
By like what was it?
Well, Kelly admitted after his second year on the CFL, he realized
was it 92 through 95 that he went to the Super Bowl.
No, 91
through 94.
90 to 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, I think. Or 90, 91, 91, 92, 93, 94 seasons. Yeah.
Fuck, he was tough, dude. Then he beat cancer, too. Not only did he take that ass whipping from every fucking defender that played in the game back then, and then he'd just get up, dust himself off, and go do it again. Twice. Yeah, then he beats cancer, and then he fucking beats cancer again. What a badass, dude. Yeah, I remember those days. So we had like fucking Steve DeBerg, and you guys got Jim Kelly, you know?
Yeah, 91, 92, 93, and 94.
Yeah.
Jim Kelly was like Dale Earnhardt Sr. of football. It was just fucking scary.
He was cocky, wasn't he?
Just tough, you know? Yeah, he was just the intimidator to me. Because I knew what was going to happen. Your Bills owned the Chiefs back then. That fucking sucked.
Yeah, because it even shows in his Wikipedia that he told his agent he does not want to play in cold weather. He didn't want to play for the Vikings, the Packers, or the Buffalo Bills. And when the Bills drafted him, he was like, "What, really? You got to be kidding me!" That's what he said.
But at the CFL,
well, again, after his first year in the CFL, he realized he made a huge mistake by not signing with Buffalo.
He's probably like, "This isn't so bad. It's probably warmer."
He played for the USFL, I think for like a season or two, and then they closed that down. I think they closed up shop.
You know why he realized it was a huge mistake? Offensive lines back then were historically horrible in the CFL, and
You
he
know-
was not mobile.
You
So
know,
that's why
there's
he
some
realized
really
it was a
cool
mistake.
stories like this of a lot of different quarterbacks too. Like a lot of different quarterbacks have really cool stories. The Kurt Warner story is fucking cool, man.
Yes.
I
Richie
think
Fresh.
somebody ought to do a fucking story about Matt Moore. Remember him?
Quarterback that played for quite a few teams. He played.
For
Didn't he
a
play
lot
for?
of different teams, dude. And then he came to KC because he was coaching high school football. Andy Reid said, Mahomes' knee popped out. We need somebody to come over here and just run this system for me. Matt Moore came to Kansas City, and we fucking loved him. We were so supportive and happy and nice to him. And he went out there and fucking kicked holy ass, dude. It was great. Kicked ass for us. What a good guy. He has a good story, too. And then he goes back to coaching his high school football team. Hey, that's a fucking feel-good story right there. Heck yeah.
That uses the F word every other sentence.
I'm excited to see how this season goes. As long as
I'm
everybody's
excited for this upcoming season.
Dude, you should be DTN.
I'm excited for week 5, Patriots versus Bills. It's gonna be a fun one. It's gonna be better than all these Thursday night football games between.
Is it in Foxborough or is it in Buffalo?
It's in Buffalo. So we're not getting the cold side of Buffalo
Yeah.
like we used to.
You should, dude. Honestly, the Patriots are used to the cold, bro.
Yeah.
If you're gonna
Rain
live
or sunshine or wind or snow.
So my problem with the Patriots was always all the cheating. How many times did they get they caught
Oh,
cheating?
God.
4 times, 5 times? How many gates is Belichick's name under or the Patriots name under during the period?
Spygate, Deflategate, Spygate 2.0. I don't even want to talk about.
Of course you don't want to talk
Whoa,
about.
nobody talks about this one.
I'm so
Yeah,
shocked. You
yeah.
don't want to talk about all the times.
GF,
Doing
nobody
fucking
talks about the
bullshit.
handy gate. The handy
what?
gate. The handy gate. When the Chiefs and the Patriots were playing in an AFC championship in Kansas City, and Robert Kraft got caught with a bunch of those fucking referees at the little massage parlor. And there was a list put out, and I have a copy of that thing. And so
Wow.
it got shut down last time I talked about this. All I'm gonna say,
No, I think the handy gate was.
is handy gate, bro. Boom. You guys.
No, it was
see that
between
shit
the
from
Patriots
Kansas
and
City,
the.
and all you Patriots fans know it. You guys got gifted a shut the fuck up ring, but what did he do? He goes to Tampa Bay because he wouldn't shut the fuck up. You got gifted a shut the fuck up ring.
No, it was.
Yeah.
It was actually no. You're mistaken.
Ah.
This was after. This
Alright.
was before the Chiefs game, but this was meant for the Spygate incident between us and the Bengals because
Where
we
did he
played the
go?
Bengals
Where did he
after
go?
the Chiefs.
Where did King go?
Where did he go?
Where did he go?
He got all pissed
He
off.
went to go get another brew, I bet. Or he had to go release some barley. Poor Robert Kraft, bro, was just trying
Release
to get
the
a hand.
Kraken.
Yeah, there you go. Double fisting. Double fisting King
I
Jamie.
still got this one to finish, but it was getting low. And if I got to talk about something,
King,
probably
King,
gonna
King,
just
King.
cut off.
You know what game the Patriots screwed you? Was when the empty quarterback and the empty hand rule.
The tuck roll? The tuck roll.
Oh,
That was-
When the empty hand tuck rule came into effect with the
Yeah,
Patriots
I
after
mean,
that
dude,
year.
there was
The Patriots
So you're
screwed you
talking
guys that
about
game too.
the play. You're talking about the plays, but there's a reason that those plays were called that way for the Patriots. Okay, you got enough money, and you can feed the pockets like old man Kraft used to. Now he can't. He got busted.
You mean kind of like what Casey's doing now?
No, we don't do that. We don't do that. You name one of those that wasn't an actual penalty. We just don't do the penalties at the end of the game. That we had to learn without cheating to beat the fucking Patriots, dude. That was a hard thing to do because they just, dude, they would. I remember a game against the Steelers, and they were literally broadcasting the Steelers' fucking offensive calls on the Patriots sideline. And I'm like, what the fuck, dude? And then just so happens that they said, okay, we're going to not use the radios. So we're going to do hand signals. And then what happens? There's a guy wearing a fucking Boston Red Sox hat, gets busted watching and taking photos of the defensive calls and offensive calls that are hand signaled out to on a practice. Didn't even try to hide it. Wearing a fucking Red Sox hat. Didn't even try to hide it, dude. And so then what that did was that caused this weird shift where everybody was switching to, hey, we're going to just use the fucking radios. They're going to catch it. They're going to catch our calls either way. So it almost forced people to use the radios that they would jack the signal for. Somebody popped us. Anthony, you have a Venmo, I believe. Come on, open up, stupid thing.
By the
Richie
way,
Fresh with brews. Richie Fresh with the $5 for some brews. Cheers, buddy.
while we're talking football, I'll tell you what. A lot of people are on, and I know Anthony asked me because he hasn't watched a lot of OTAs or what's going on with the Bills lately.
DTN.
You guys are going to underestimate how good our wide receiver team actually is.
Okay.
Moore is scary fast.
Oh, I know more.
He likes more. He followed
Yeah,
more when he was.
I like more quite a
Scary
bit.
fast. And I'm going to tell you what right now, Palmer has some of the better hands in football.
Nice. He's gonna need him to wipe those fucking tears. What's up now, huh? He's gonna need him to be wiping all them tears away. He's gonna need big old tear
The
wiping
only person
hands.
that's going to be tearing up is when Bosa freaking sacks your
And I
quarterback
know,
3 times in the first game.
and King James, I know we talked about this last season, how, and I know we didn't, I know you didn't, but the narrative of the media said that the Buffalo Bills last season wasn't going to amount to anything because with Diggs gone, Buffalo wouldn't put up anything and do anything.
And our wide receiver
was
team
a
was better this year than last year.
Anthony.
And
And we're better at wide
Buffalo-
receiver this year than last year.
And then
Hands down.
Buffalo won 13 games last year.
Okay,
And
now
nobody said that we would win no more than 10 to 11.
for reference, though, in the off season when Diggs left, what did I say?
I said we should be fine. I know you said that.
No,
I said
literally,
we should
no.
be fine.
I said I'll see you somewhere.
Yeah, we'll see you in the AFC Championship. I said the same damn thing.
That's right, dude. We did in the off season, and we even fucking high fived and like,
Hey,
dude,
King,
our
I
team.
thought you said you don't do hot takes and then stand behind them.
We totally did that though. We stood
It was
behind
our
that
team.
fucker all year.
Did you say earlier?
I know he did that, but he was talking. What he's talking about is like was
Yeah, but I
Hot
never
take,
changed it. I never
Yeah.
changed that take.
He just said it.
What I was
earlier in the
talking
show.
about though, DF, was changing that hot take because I never once changed it. I told Anthony all year we have the 2 best teams. In my opinion, we have the
We
2
still
best
do.
quarterbacks in the AFC. And I think it's going to be hard pressed for any team to try to fucking keep up with us. If they can beat the Bills, still got to come up against the Chiefs. You know what I mean? And well, you guys know what I mean. You know,
I'll tell you what team's going to give you guys a big scare this year: Cincinnati.
What about their defense, though?
Yeah, I was gonna say
Oh,
their
dude.
defense is so
Like,
questionable.
Fucking-
Contracts and whatnot.
Dude, the Bears are going to put 40 points on Cincinnati. Fuck.
Should be a house fun football game.
Dude, Joe Burrow is going to have to put
I'll make a bet on
7,500
that.
yards on the board.
Actually,
No way the Bears put 40 on Cincinnati. I'll
Dude,
put a
actually,
bet
the
on
one
that.
team that
see
might, the
I
one
would
team that might
love-
Kansas City.
Cincinnati's got no defense.
Does
Okay, now
Cincinnati
wait.
even play
Hey,
Chicago this year? Let me check their
I'm not going to
freaking-
do that.
No.
I'm not gonna say it.
I actually
Go ahead, look at this.
there's one
I'm
team
gonna read
that
some chats
Kansas-
real quick.
You're
there's
going
actually
to
one team that
Read some
Kansas City
chats.
might scare. Actually, Detroit might have a chance to do it again.
Mhm. What kills
Because-
me, Richie? Yeah. go
How?
ahead. Keep going
How?
real quick.
Jared
You
Goff.
realize
owns
if I
Mahomes.
find out that they're playing the Bears this year, you're in a lot of trouble on that one, buddy.
Who's playing the Bears?
They are
No,
week
no,
9.
Who is?
The-
Cincinnati. You
Oh,
and I
that's
are going to have
right.
a conversation in week 8.
Dude, I am not going to
That
root for the
game.
Bears at
Just
all. I'm gonna root
remember, you're the one that said the Bears would score 40 points
for- They're
against
probably going to,
Cincinnati.
dude. The Bengals, their defense
What
is.
did, what did you just
Very
say about hot takes again? What did you just say about hot takes?
I said everybody's going to score 40 on them.
Yeah, right.
So
You know
let me
what,
get in
though?
here real quick. I'm gonna
Dude,
read.
what if the Bears fucking do, bro? What's up? And I just really, I'm not a Bears fan at all. I'm like the farthest thing from a Bears fan, literally.
Bow to the person who just owned you again.
I don't bow. I am a king. So, but seriously, to be serious though, what does Cincinnati have to bring to the table? They've got a really good offense and a lot of way overpaid guys. Therefore, their line's going to be scary. Joe's going to be running for his ass. And then he's
Their
probably
line is much
he's-
improved through
gonna
the
hit
draft.
5,000
It's the
yards, though.
defense that's the issue.
Here's the crazy thing. Joe Burrow's still probably going to get 5,000 yards. He's going to be slinging that fucking bitch, dude.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Slinging it. But you could have a mediocre offense and still put a lot of points on that defense, though. So he's going to have to do, like Mahomes had to do what back in 2019. You have to do 40, 50 points because they're going to score 30 or 40 points on you, you know? And so you have to get those extra points.
Highlight what Richie Fresh just said, if you don't mind.
Absolutely.
Both of them.
Oh, wait, start this one. Start this one.
Yeah, let's say what kills me is almost everyone shit on our offense last year, and look what happened. Just saying, get your popcorn ready. I'll argue that Buffalo is the only team that doesn't need a true number one, makes us unpredictable and scarier, in
Yeah.
my opinion.
Yeah. Right?
As
You
long
know
as
what?
they
No,
have it.
it's not the only team. Hang on. Because for the last 3 years in a row, everybody's talked about how shitty the Chiefs receivers were and how
Yeah.
bad our offense was.
Ever since Tyreek
Mahomes
Hill
has
left,
done this with the scrubs. He went to 3 Super Bowls in a row with fucking scrubs. Because when Tyreek left to get his big bag, we had scrubs and we went to a Super Bowl and we fucking won it.
That argument is, though, you still had Kelsey. You could talk about your wide receivers.
Yeah,
being
oh, you talk
scrubs,
about
but
that old
Kelsey
slow
carried
guy?
Yeah,
the
you have
load.
good tight ends. Chiefs have good tight ends.
Kelsey, yeah, you had tight ends that carried the load for your wide receivers.
Plus Pacheco.
We've always
Did
played a
lot of
heavy
1-2
tight end game.
personnel.
That's why I like
You
Kincaid.
limited
I
your
want
wide
Kincaid.
receivers, and you did a lot of 1-2 personnels with 2 tight ends, and to fix your issues at the wide receiver position. And that dude carried your team for those 3 years.
You think it was
a
just
bulldog.
Trav that carried it?
So when you talk about wide receivers on your team, I would agree only to the extent that you have to put Kelsey in that wide receiver conversation every time.
What do I always say? I always say receivers are interchangeable. Tight ends, I never said are interchangeable. You have to find that fucking gem, and then you have to hoard it for its whole career. You keep it. Oh, he's my precious. Yeah. So, literally, if the Bills played a tight end game like the Chiefs played, Kincaid would fucking goddamn, dude. You guys
Including
have
Dawson Knox.
him
I
right
think you're
there.
going to see that more this year too.
Yeah.
I think
I
you're
know,
going to
I
see
agree.
the Kings play
I
more
hope
one.
so because I really like Kincaid. Okay, I really like that kid. I always have since he got drafted to Buffalo. I told Anthony about it. I was a little bit upset you guys got him. I mean, if I could have Kelsey, Noah, and Kincaid, oh my god, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, Kincaid's probably not going to get 800 to 1,000 yards because
Kincaid wasn't used enough.
yeah, he wasn't utilized, and therefore he was kind of out of practice, in my opinion.
And
I fucking like that kid, dude. You guys
I
have
blame it on our offensive
You really
coordinator,
do.
yet I don't, because it was his first year doing it. You know what I mean? So
Who's the kid on the Patriots that's their tight end? They're number one right now. That kid's
We have Hunter Henry, the guy who played
Yes,
for
that's the kid. That's the kid.
Chargers before
He's
he
a good.
joined us.
He is a good tight end.
You know what? If
He's
he's used right, he's goddamn phenomenal. Dude.
Hunter Henry was our leading receiver because for some reason our coordinators, even Josh McDaniels, loves to use our tight ends, and because we have Henry and then we have Hooper, who are both like the same age, Drake may thrive under those tight ends. And
I have a Tony Gonzalez shirt, dude. If it wasn't for tight ends, I probably wouldn't have very many fucking offensive jerseys. You know what I'm saying? Like,
also, I just want to say,
few.
don't forget the Bills have one of the best slot receivers in the game right now.
Who?
Shakir.
Yeah, and you give him a big bag for it.
He got paid too. He got
Right
paid.
now.
Yards did he get? That's right. He was 1,000-yard guy, wasn't he?
Yeah, it
Richie
started off as a
Preston
wide
brought
receiver.
it up in chat.
He was 1,000-yard guy, wasn't he?
That's something I'll talk about too, Richie.
Richie, I agree.
That's something I'll talk about just soon. I texted you that picture. It was on the boat in Buffalo or whatever it was. I shared it to Jamie. It just blew my mind. Tyreek Hill talking crap about the Buffalo Bills and how we play against him and how we're always doing. I think they cover 4 or whatever it is, and he's upset. It's like, what the heck, man? I can't.
And then he said something like "fuck Bills fans" or something.
Yeah. He said, "Fuck
ass fans" or some shit like that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna thank him ahead of time for pissing off Josh Allen when we score.
He's such an idiot, dude. Oh my god! The first thing he did when he got to Miami was he talked shit on the Chiefs, and then he said Tua was a better quarterback than Mahomes.
Okay, let me requote this. He says, "Whenever we play the Buffalo Bills, those guys typically play cover 4 because they're a bunch of bitches." That's what
by the way. The last
Tyreek
person who regretted talking trash about the Bills and Josh Allen, his name is Jalen Ramsey, and he hasn't had a good game against the Bills since.
You know what, though? That kid is fucking really good. He talks shit on everybody on the Chiefs, too.
He's good till he plays against a good quarterback.
Yeah. What's funny is when he was talking shit about Tyreek all those years, and then now they're on
the same team.
Yeah.
That's hysterical.
That's fitting.
Isn't Jalen Ramsey playing for a different team now this year?
It's what?
Isn't Ramsey on a different team now?
Did he go somewhere else? Oh yeah, he did.
Doesn't he play for the Patriots or something like that now?
That's a good pickup, dude. I like Jalen Ramsey. He's a fucking good defender.
No, I think he plays for the.
No, he still plays for Miami.
Oh, okay. Oh, then who? Okay, it was the Giants picked up Holland from Miami.
Right.
That's who he picked up. I got that
Matt
confused.
Collins.
Yeah.
Are you there, DTN?
Yeah, sorry, I actually logged out for some reason.
I heard the boot and I was like, "What the?"
I didn't press the X button for some reason. I was like,
yeah, Javon Holland or whatever is the name.
But yeah, it's Miami's secondary's cooked. Like outside of who's on their roster outside of Jalen?
Miami's
I don't
in a
know
lot of
anybody in their secondary because
Miami's in a heap load of trouble this year.
Yeah. Also, I remember yesterday where we had to hear TD's rankings on the offensive line, and it was funny.
That dude freaking knows how to bring the troll. He really does.
Yeah, especially with the offensive line, since Miami did nothing for their offensive line. They resigned their weak link and Liam Eisenberg. I forgot his name.
So that guy, he's actually not terrible. So I'll stick up for him a little bit there. It's Miami's really not as bad as we like to pretend, but they just have no guidance.
They're bad.
They have no guidance. I feel it, bro. I'm gonna blame it on their guidance.
Come on, they're bad.
They've got no good coaching. They've got no good guidance, dude. The owner doesn't give a shit, apparently. And these guys go there so they can get a great big bag and then ride it out on the fucking beach.
Also,
You know what I'm saying?
why the fuck did the owner for the Miami Dolphins got like a A+ on the report card?
You guys, DTN is such a nice kid when he starts a conversation with, "Why the fuck?"
No, seriously.
I gotta get
so
going.
happy.
All right, yeah, brother.
I gotta
Dolphins
get
were
going.
ranked
It's
proud.
getting late.
See you, brother. You have a good night.
Yeah.
Sorry about
seriously,
yelling
peace.
that, bro.
I'll just leave you at this note. Kelsey has a better year than last year, but I still think because of how much he's slowed down,
Well, it's his
I
last
think
year.
he's gonna hurt you a little bit.
Nah, I don't think he hurts at all. I think he still hits just enough yardage and just be scary enough to help open up the other guys. Because we've got fucking I would hate to have to be a defender with this 4-man set lining up across from me, buddy. You got Kelsey and Worthy and Brown and Rashee Rice lining up right there, and you got to defend that. That would scare the shit out of me. And
We can defend that this year.
Oh, can you? Oh, can you? Oh, that's gonna be something. This is gonna be the year where you don't beat us in the regular season or the fucking playoffs. We're gonna go to 4 in a row, and we're gonna win 3 out of those 4.
We'll see.
That's a hot take.
We'll see.
I'm gonna stand
And
on
we'll
it.
hear about that hot take when
I'm gonna stand on that hot take all year. I think the
Do it.
Chiefs
By
are
all
gonna
means,
win
you have
3 out
to.
of
Do
4
it.
in a
Do
row.
it.
didn't we just go through this again? I'm out here.
think
No,
so. I'm gonna
seriously,
stand
with
on that
all
one,
due
though.
respect, King,
I
gotta
won't
get
change
going.
it. I won't change it until you guys take us
Good with
down.
hot takes.
When you guys take us down, I'll stop saying the Chiefs are going to win.
I like it, King, because the more you drink, the more you double down
It
on your
just
hot
gets loose,
takes.
doesn't it? I just keep getting more and more loose. Like everything's just okay.
You're getting brave. You're
Ooh,
getting to be a
butterfly.
braver man the more you drink.
You
I'm
turn
out
into
here,
little
guys,
Nicky.
seriously.
Good
You
night,
turn
brother.
into little
Love you.
Nicky on the, Adam Sandler's little Nicky. Let's just find out real quick. This is what it's gonna be.
Lots of respect.
I love you, DTN. Thanks for coming, man. That was fun as crap, bro.
Yeah.
He's fun. He's fun, man. He's right, though. As soon as I get like a beer 7, I'm just like, oh, yeah.
You're starting to sound like little Nicky.
Oh,
Right.
good. What you do is you pour it in your mouth and you lean your head back and let it slide down your neck. Love you, DF. Thanks for coming, my friend. I gotta stop at 6. Don't you stifle me, man. I really should stop at like 8, though, I think, because DTN leave me again too. We didn't even get to say goodbye. So 6, no big deal. But boy, by the time I get to like a dozen, whew,
Mhm.
yeah, saucy. A little bit saucy.
Somebody was at work the other day. I think it was yesterday. They were talking about something. It made me think of Little Nicky, that movie with Adam Sandler. It just
Remember when the devil got mad at him and put boobs on his head, and he's like, "Oh, this is life changing."
Hitler with the pineapple. It's time for the pineapple.
Everybody wants to date him. Oh yeah, Hitler's pineapple. That was pretty funny. Adam Sandler movies are hilarious, dude. I just watched the Zohan again the other day.
Oh,
That shit cracked me up, dude.
mhm.
just wants to do hair, bro. And apparently catch everything with his butt cheeks. It's a pretty funny show.
Yeah, it is. Don't mess with the Mozo hand.
That's pretty silly, dude. That guy's put out some fun shows. There's
Yeah.
he did a whole bunch of them for like the Netflix for a while there.
Richie Fresh, brother. Good night as well.
Yeah, I gotta get up early too, but I'm still gonna drink.
We got 10 minutes and then we're out of here.
All right. Hey Richie, and thanks for that $5 kick, bro. That's a beer apiece for sure.
Thank
Appreciate you, man.
Yeah, appreciate you, man.
Always appreciate you, brother. Anthony, I'm glad that we did the stream tonight.
Yes.
I needed it. I was feeling a little bit I don't know how to describe it, bro.
I was in that mood too.
I'm having my period. That's why everything's in red. It's just like a big wave hit me, I guess.
I was just down and out today, man.
Yeah.
Traffic was.
That traffic really brought me down, bro. Everybody was just so fucking terrible. Just terrible, bro.
Mm-hmm.
We could have just had a good drive home, but everybody was just angry with each other and like
tailgating everybody.
It was weird, dude. It was like maybe jets flew over and did that fucking thing where they dump out that weird chemical thing and make everybody angry. Right. And then I was just driving home in the work truck, and I got a camera right there, and it's watching everything I do. So it's watching forward and back. So I'm just like taking my time. I'm not crowding anybody. And somebody cuts me off. Whoa, Jesus Christ. That's on camera. Great. Thanks. How many incidents today, and then I'm just like, whatever, the boss is right behind me anyway. So I was just fucking rolling through traffic. That's why when you called, I was like, hey, just stay in the middle lane, dude. Mm-hmm. Stay in the middle lane, because those people in the fast lane, everybody wants the fuck out of the middle lane. And so they cut off the people in the fast lane, so the fast lane slowed down, and then that middle lane just kept on going, dude. Yeah. It was like, what in the fuck is that show? Office Space. You ever see that show? And the guy's like in this one lane, and the traffic's moving really fast over here. He jams over and cuts in, and then he gets over here, and then the lane he was just in just starts going. He's like, what the hell? So he jams back over there, and it stops, and then these guys just start going and going. Literally, there's like an old guy with a walker on the sidewalk.
And going faster than him.
Passing him.
Just stay in the one lane. Just stay in one lane and just move forward.
Office Space was a great show.
Yeah.
That was a funny show. Oh my God.
I cannot wait until the guys put on their pads and start practicing for real.
Oh, dude, that's gonna be fun, man.
That's gonna show.
Are the Bills doing those combined practices again?
I heard they are doing it, and I don't remember who they're doing it with. I can't remember, but it is what it is. Let it be. And we didn't really talk about this much, but
who's gonna fight?
Huh?
Who's gonna fight at your combined practices? Because there's always a fight.
There's gonna be a fight regardless. There's always a fight, and if here's the thing: if you're not practicing and there's not a fight to break out in practice, you're not doing it right to begin with.
Oh, that means you're not doing it right. Is this fucking?
That means you're not putting in the effort.
Is this the ultimate fighter house that they're living in? Because every year, one of the new kids pops up. He wants to try to make a little name for himself.
Yes, and then Kelsey has to get in there.
This is in your own practices. It happens on your own team.
I know.
But to put your meatballs with a bunch of other meatballs from a different team who they're going to play later, they're trying to show each other up. And so they're taking these practices to 100%. And it's a fucking practice, dude. Mm-hmm. You're supposed to be about 40, 50%.
I'm talking about with just themselves in general, not with.
That's what I'm saying. And then all of a sudden these guys with their little testosterone shit, they start fucking getting mad at each other. Pretty soon.
Last year, the Buffalo's defense got chippy with the offense. Chippy.
That's with your own team, right?
Yeah. That's what I'm getting.
Yeah, that's normal. But now add a whole other team. Like add a team.
Well, that's what I'm getting at. If your teammates ain't being chippy with each other in practice, they're doing something wrong because you have to get out there and you have to show each other up.
But I thought we were talking about combined practice.
No, I wasn't talking about combined.
How come you changed it?
Huh?
Who gave you permission to change the subject?
I just, but I can't wait, man. I can't wait. I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm excited.
I'm pretty excited too, bro. Your team's gonna do really good.
I'm excited to see how the Jets do with their new quarterback and new coach. I'm excited to see what the Patriots do with their new coach and a lot of new players and key components that they have. I'm excited to see what Miami does in a sense because, will this be the year that they flunk out and McDaniel goes? Is this the make or break year for McDaniel? I think this is. I really do. I think the Dolphins.
Really?
I think the Dolphins, if they don't do
Mike McDaniel?
Mike McDaniels is going to be out at the end of the year.
That's the guy that wears the fucking girls' pants, right?
Yes. I could see him being out as a head coach, even though they said that his job's safe. I could see it happening. They're going to need to change the culture.
I can see that too. First of
need
all,
to change the culture.
A guy that's 100% analytics, dude. He's 100% analytics.
Yeah.
He gets fucking owned by real coaches.
Yes.
The Harbaughs will fucking own him. He won't be able to do shit against a Harbaugh.
I know.
They will take your analytics and fucking chew that up and spit it out.
Mariah Kitty.
What's up? What's up, girl? How you doing, girl? You like my red? I did this because I'm having my man period right now. I was a little sad today, and so I needed jokes. And the boys didn't let me down. They kept me laughing so far this whole stream. And even when they wanted to talk about the Buffalo Bills, I even turned my little lamp to blue so that the Bills fans could feel like okay with it. I'm having a day. It looks fierce. That's funny. Well, thanks for stopping by, Dollface. Kick ass. She's cool, dude.
Yes.
Yeah. I like it when she does her stream and she goes on and just like rants about stuff too. She's pretty cool. I haven't seen your streams for a while, girl. What you been doing? You just been hanging out with the other peoples and stuff?
It's really good to see a lot of the people that we haven't seen in a while come on here.
Anthony, we should do more streams, bro.
Yes, I know.
Let's do a guaranteed every Sunday stream and a guaranteed every Thursday stream. But let's kick in those Wednesday streams again, bro. We had a good time with those for a while.
Yeah, no, it's a matter of I gotta take the kid to the library every Wednesday.
You gotta stop blaming this on your kids.
I should have.
You're a nerd and you're trying to learn and stuff.
I should listen to me. I should have requested to do an earlier time. That way, we could have done the streams on Wednesday. I didn't think about it until after I already had it all set up. I said, you know what? I want this.
I bet you could still go change it.
This. I can't. Nope. It's set. They won't do it. They won't change it.
See what you did, bro? God, it's all your fault.
My fault. It happens. But you want to know what? I'm trying to take care of the kiddo. I'm trying to make sure. I'm trying to get her.
Dude, you're a good dad, bro.
I got to get her set.
Anthony, you're a single father.
Yeah.
I will never complain about you doing that stuff for your girl. She deserves everything.
Got to do more.
I know, but don't let her hear me say that because she'll start taking advantage. I have a daughter. I know what those girls do. They're sneaky. They sneak right up on you, buddy. My girl's at camp, dude.
Mm-hmm.
This has been the most quiet, hairspray-free week. She's so cute. Oh my gosh. Having fun and stuff with all those little girls. You know, we spent like fucking $500 on stupid shit for her to take to camp so she was going to be comfortable.
Yeah, no, it's a lot.
Yeah, I know. But don't let her hear me say that because she'll start taking advantage. I will never complain about you doing that stuff for your girl. She deserves everything.
But
My dad was like, "Camp, huh? Here's a sleeping bag. See ya.
Sleep back in the pillow. Bye.
Take this pocket knife, in case there's
Yeah.
a cougar."
What kind of cougar?
Oh goodness.
Oh.
Yeah. I mean, we gotta spoil our girls, buddy. There's nothing cuter in the world than a daughter for a dude. I mean, dude, there's seriously, I had 2 boys first, and they're easy. You could just be like, no. You'd be like, well, look how muddy you are. Well, go get the hose. Hose yourself off in the front yard there.
John Paul O'Keefe in the house.
What's up, bro? We've been silly. I'm on beer 7. I think. Yeah. This unopened one is beer 8. We're saving it for now.
All right, brother. Well, I gotta jump off here. I got a busy day tomorrow.
You got 5 more minutes for me.
5 more minutes. Okay, 5 more minutes. That's it. That's all I got.
Cheers, Jean Paul O'Keefe.
Cheers.
Cheers, buddy. Kick ass. Anthony, you should just stay with me until I pass out.
I got things I gotta do.
I know, and I'm
Burning
not,
a bowl.
that's the
What are
bad
you burning
thing.
a bowl for? What are you burning? A Kansas City bowl? I'm kidding.
Leave him alone, bro.
I'll tell you what. The teams I'm excited to see. I got the list. I'm interested to see about the AFC East. Obviously, I'm curious to see how the Carolina Panthers do. Curious to see how oh my God, the Atlanta Falcons do. The Titans, the Colts.
Cheers, Jean Paul O'Keefe.
And I would love to. I'm interested to see how well the Washington Commanders do. The
Right there.
year 2 for Jaden Daniels.
So
I'm interested.
you don't
I
think
know you
he's
don't like the
gonna-
Raiders. I know you don't like the Raiders, but I'm interested to see what the Raiders do with the new coach.
Fucking Geno Smith and Pete
Yeah.
Carroll.
Yeah.
They're gonna be a pain in the ass. They're always a pain in the ass.
Mhm.
The Raiders are weird, dude. They're that team that'll fucking 40-point the number 1 team and then lose their ass to the fucking number 32 team.
Yeah.
It's fucking bizarre. And so I think Pete Carroll's going to change that. And I bet you they get 7 wins, man.
Yeah. I'm interested to see what Seattle does too, and Arizona.
Jesus Christ. Jean Paul O'Keefe.
I can't wait for football season to start because I'm going to be watching
fucking
every
surrounded by Bills fans.
and Patriots fans of all.
Dude, seriously, we had a bunch of Patriot fans on
Yes.
tonight. That was fun. I liked that.
King Money was in town here.
Dude, DTN and King Money, and we
Yeah.
had wait, Daniel Barry Sports is a Bills fan, huh?
No, he's a Chiefs fan.
Is he a Chiefs fan?
Yeah.
Nice. Well, he's probably the coolest fan I got then. He's probably the coolest guy that was on
What
here.
about Buck? What about Buck?
Buck is the coolest guy that was on here. He's a Chiefs fan. Who else is the coolest guy that was on here? I mean, DF's probably the coolest guy.
Yeah,
that
was
on
cool.
here.
West Desert of Mike.
And Chris is probably probably the coolest guy. But we got John Paul O'Keefe now. He's the coolest
Yes.
guy that's been on here. So,
He's the
although none of these fucking guys can hold a candle to Moira Kitty. She's awesome, dude. She's like me, but a chick. I like her. Yeah, she's nice. It's been really neat being able to do this, man.
Mhm.
Oh wait, do this, man. Do this, man. This, man. So yeah, it's been really awesome for me, Anthony, to be able to have our cool little stream and put my stupid red colors on when I'm feeling like I'm having a bad day, and it made me feel good. Like that makes me happy just to have it all red in my room. You need one of these lights, bro. You could just be like blue Anthony right now. It'd be red blue screen. That'd be cool. Dude, I'm gonna get you one of these lights, Anthony. They're not expensive. It's got a little stand. You've seen it.
Yeah.
Actually, I brought it to your house and we put my phone up on the thing.
Yeah.
Didn't we?
Believe
Yeah.
so.
Yeah, it holds your phone and everything. It's like a stupid, weird streamer light, but it does a good job. And you can't even tell. Like, I could just switch whatever color I want.
I'll be moving my office downstairs soon.
Check it out, dude. Whoa! Who the hell? Incredible Hulk!
You know, the Eagles,
what are the gamma rays or whatever?
the Philadelphia, the Eagles,
No.
Greens.
They're cool. The Eagles are like a perennial championship builder.
Mhm.
They'll just take a team to the. Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
That make you Bills fans happy, huh? That's a little bit light blue, though, huh? You guys are more of a darker blue, aren't you?
John Paulo's been busy with work and family, and he's got more guardian jobs and projects.
Nice. Ooh, purple. Ooh, that's like a lavender. Ooh, I like that one. Well, there's more of a Bills blue right there. Oh, that's even better Bills blue. Oh, no, it's changing. It went lavender on me.
Whoa!
I didn't do this. Now it's red.
Well, anyways, I do have to jump off here. I got to get up early.
Wait. Ugh.
Crazy guy.
There we go.
I
So,
just-
yeah, man. It's 9:06. I might hang out here for half a beer.
By all means.
All right.
I go put some food away, and then I gotta get ready for bed and get the kid to bed. I gotta get up at 0800 or 0730 tomorrow.
That's not very early.
Well, for a weekend it is.
Tomorrow's your weekend?
Yes,
You're off tomorrow?
I have things I gotta do though. I gotta get up. I got appointments all day tomorrow.
You get Fridays off?
Every week. Next week I have Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday off.
Man. You know what days I get off?
Saturday and Sunday.
Any days I want, baby. When you're as good at me as me, you can fucking do that shit and get it done so that you can have that day off, right? I mean, honestly, when a boss gives me a deadline, I go, we'll see. And then I go, probably be done by Thursday. Why? Well, I don't think I'll be here Friday. And then it's just done by Thursday, you know. But I've been trying to like kick a bunch of overtime. So the wife and I are trying to go to Australia, hang out with Sean, bro.
Nice.
Yeah, so I might go to Australia and check out a AFL game. And the Magpies are kicking ass. So check out AFL Magpies. They're good boys, dude. It's a crazy game too. There's a shit ton of guys on the field at once.
Mhm.
And it's like a weird giant, like oversized chess game because everybody has their job. The rules are weird. It's like a soccer mixed with rugby, but you can't really kick the ball on the ground because it's fucking shaped funny, and you can't pass the ball. But if it's punched out of your hand, your teammate can catch it and keep it going, right? And if somebody is tackling you, you can punch the ball out of your hand towards a teammate. You can punch the ball out of your own hand. It's like a little loophole in the rules there, right? It's pretty funny. It's pretty neat, though. And I'm telling you, these guys got some stamina. They're just running, sprinting the whole fucking game. And it's weird because if you watch it from way back, there's just like there's like 100 fucking people on the field. And it's way bigger than a soccer field, right? like 100 fucking guys, and then the ball is like moves over that way, and you see all these guys over that on that side go, and then the ball gets tossed over that way, and they go over here. It's fucking neat. It's kind of cool. I'm getting better with the rules, and so I'm actually able to cheer a little bit now when I watch the games. The problem is, if I'm going to stream one of these games live, it's at like 3 o'clock in the fucking morning. It's Australia, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like 7 o'clock at night for them or something. You know?
All right, brother. You have a good night. I got to jump off here.
I gotta go to you, buddy. I love you, man. Thanks for coming over and hanging out.
Yes, yes. And we'll do this Sunday then. We could do it Sunday.
We can do it again tomorrow if you want to. I'll probably be home.
Sunday.
Okay.
I got things. I got a lot of crap going on.
All right, buddy.
All right. I'll talk to you later.
See you, man.